Usually we're talking to people on the prelude to the world premiere, but you've just come from your world premiere.
Ah,
How was the experience?
oh, okay. So it couldn't be a better venue. I mean, the IMAX Theatre, Leicester Square, red carpet, and the right kind of fans, the right kind of audience. And you already know it's going well when after the opening sequence and the title, they're applauding. Then you know, like, okay, we've got everybody on board here, and everybody seems to have been immensely entertained because it's about entertainment. And I don't like making a film just horror or just. So I'd like, even with Mute Witness, I had humor sprinkled in with it.
Of course.
This has also got multiple different genres or moods. There's romance, horror, adventure, mystery, supernatural, ghost story. So they're having all those different elements. And many distributors complain about that. They say, oh, mixed genre, we have a problem with that. Well, they have the problem because they want to pigeonhole something, and it's harder for them to do that. I said, well, work a bit harder at promoting it as a positive.
Usually I'm talking to people and it's before the premiere, but you guys have just done your world premiere. So how are we feeling seeing ourselves on the IMAX?
Yeah, it was about overwhelming that actually, yeah. Size of the screen.
What about you?
Yeah.
I was so excited to be here. It's such an iconic cinema, and yeah, I think we had such a great time. It was so nice to see the audience reaction, have all our family here with us. So yeah, we loved it.
What was some of the challenges for you bringing a story as old as the Pied Piper into the 21st century?
Well, of course, as being a children's fairy tale, the original character is sort of like a court jester kind and colorful stuff, and it's playing happy music. So that's sinister in a different kind of way, but I wanted to make this darker from the outset, more for a teen and 20s audience, and there's also an older audience as well who are fans of Elizabeth Hurley, so I was trying to get a wide appeal there.
Elizabeth Hurley stars in this film, and she looks to be having a lot of fun with the character. She plays the teacher and mother of the star. What were your conversations like with her about what you wanted that character to be, and how did she get on with that for you?
Well, she loved the script so much, she hardly wanted to change anything in the dialogue, and I took that as a big compliment because I don't even have a sister in my family, so I didn't know how mothers talk to their daughters. But so that was good. When we did the read through, there were a few comments with her about that, and she knew that who that person was.
Anthony's just told me a story about outtakes to do with a horse not behaving itself.
Yep.
Do you want to tell us it from your?
Yeah. Which time? Yeah. There was a good outtake. I remember Anthony very kindly showed at a dinner party that we had. I wasn't told how to get on the back of a horse bareback, so there's no stirrup to get up on to leverage yourself up. So I just kind of tried it like I was like a cowboy. Just tried to swing a leg, quite literally. I got stuck halfway there, and hair's got long hairs blown in my face. It was unsightly.
In the rehearsal, we had a little box that he could like put on and then get on the horse. But in the real shot, obviously, we couldn't have the box there, so we tried it, but it was like got stuck. It was so funny.
It was, and then we tried. Didn't hear cut, so I kept on going. So it's hair in my face. Was remember me? They all salty about it after.
He didn't like it, so we did it. Yeah.
Now you shot the film in Latvia, yeah?
Shot it in Riga and East and West Latvia. We shot it in 4 different locations in Latvia, with 2 shooting days in Hamelin in Germany. But those are second unit shooting days. But for views you need to see out of the window of Amy's bedroom, for example, or outside in the car. But everything which had actors in it was shot in Riga, because I felt that Riga looks more like the Hamelin in my head than the actual Hamelin.
What for you would be sort of from the shoot itself? What would be a lasting memory for you that only someone on set would know?
oh, what only someone on set would know. But I always tell the story of our final shoot day, I think it was. So it was the last day that either of us were on set. We were about to wrap. We had a 16-hour-long shoot day. Obviously, the rain rig was there, so it was freezing cold. We're in Latvia in the middle of the winter. We were literally shivering. We've been on set for 16 hours. I was smashing bottles over people's heads, climbing through windows. Like, it was a new scene that was all that day. So we had such a good time. But by the end, we were so delusional and crazy. So we've been on set for 16 hours in the freezing cold. But honestly, that was it was such a good experience.
And I'm fascinated by shooting there because obviously, not obviously at all, but obviously to you having shot there, that was one of the last places to shut down during COVID. It was like...
That was another big advantage of that. And we were able to start and shoot while other countries were already shut down. We took precautions with the mask and getting tested and all of that. And we were lucky not to get an event because, the weekends, when you've got a local crew, they go home and they're mixing. They could bring it back onto set, so they really had to.
I've heard plenty of those horror stories.
Tested and that sort of thing. And luckily, we managed to. We did get the Piper himself, who was going to come earlier. He tested positive, and we stopped him coming. Arben Bayraktaraj, and then shifted the schedule a little bit. There was one scene we had to do with a double, but we kept his face dark, so it was just more his physical movements. And then he came up, and we did the other shots later in the schedule.